This is Nick.
This is Corey.
And this is the Man Card channel.
And we're going to Lowe's!
Lowe's!
And we're at Lowe's! Figure it out.
And
We're back.
Let's go home. Let's do this.
Woo!
Let's do it!
Yeah! So funny story. As we're in the PVC aisle,
We have a few ingredients, parts for our masterpiece.
yeah, in the cart, some guy comes along and is
Very nice gentleman.
Yeah, kind of looking at the same stuff that we are, and then looks at us and goes, "You guys aren't doing what I think you're doing, are you?" And we're like, he's like, I'm looking at building a spud gun. We're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing, which apparently he's done quite a few times before.
And we had some issues with whether we wanted to use 3-inch or 4-inch, and he gave us a lot of great advice, so we're following it, and
We're gonna see how it goes, and if you, whoever you were, we didn't catch his name.
thank you, Lowe's guy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Not a worker, just an everyday
customer.
citizen, an everyday man card holder, helping another man out, creating super cool stuff.
Expressing his freedoms.
Yes, freedoms. Onward!
And we're back at the Man Card HQ building the MCSG.
The MCSG, the Man Card Spud Gun. Neither of us have built one before. We just got back from Lowe's. So we've got our materials laid out here in front of us. Nick, what did we get when we were at Lowe's?
Quite a few things, actually. We got a 2-foot piece of 3-inch PVC that we're going to use for our expansion chamber. And with that, what you'll need is a 3-inch female adapter for a 3-inch cap. That's going to go together for one end, and then a 3-inch by 1.5-inch reducer, because the 1.5-inch is going to be the barrel, which we have a nice big 10-foot piece of 1.5-inch pipe right here.
We do, and our PVC, the barrel and the expansion chamber are too long. So we decided that buying too much so that we could have enough to make two. We're only building one today. We'll come back to it in the future as far as another one with some different ideas. But we're going to essentially cut everything down to the proper sizes. We'll have some extra stuff. But we'll also need some sort of measuring tape, which we have, along with a marker to mark those measurements. As far as gluing the PVC together, we have some primer and we have our all-purpose cement. All-purpose cement does need to cure. At least 24 hours. We're going to give it longer than that. This is a multi-day project, so they'll have plenty of time to cure. If you don't let it cure, Nick, what happens?
Bang! Boom! You look like these guys.
Bada boom! So don't do that. Let the cement cure. It's gonna be tough. This is a cool project, and I know you're gonna want to do it right away, but let it cure. No mistakes will happen. Everyone will be much happier. So the only other thing that we bought that you will need is your ignition. And so we just have a simple single spark piezo igniter we got from Lowe's for $10. There's a lot of people who will get flint starters or some other ideas out there.
There's a few different options.
But this is what we're going with for our first one, our first build. So we're gonna do some cutting. We'll show you our measurements, what we've done, and let's get building.
Hey Corey, what are you doing?
So here we have primed all of the pieces for the expansion chamber. We're just waiting for the primer to dry, and then we'll go ahead and cement it together. And if you can see here, we've actually already put in the trigger, or the ignition, and we're letting that dry as well as we reinforce that with some cement. Alright, so now we're applying our all-purpose cement. We are going to use a rubber mallet to make sure everything's in all the way, as we don't want to mess this up. We've got one shot. This stuff dries pretty quick. So here we are, a few days later. We've let the cement cure. As you can see, final touches, we have tapered the end of the barrel. Makes it a little easier to get the potatoes into the barrel. As far as a propellant, online we found a few different options. Cheapest, crappiest, and most effective way we've found, Aquanet hairspray. It's very cheap, does what it's supposed to do. And Nick, what else do we have?
We have a ramrod, and then your ammunition.
Some good old white potatoes.
Idaho.
Let's do this.
Yo! One Mississippi.
Ready?
Yep.
Firing.
So, we know this is a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyways.
As long as no one gets hurt, man card stays intact. Go for it.
So we hope you guys liked the MCSG, otherwise known as
The man card spud gun.
And this obviously is not the finished product. We will have pictures of the finished product on our Facebook and Instagram accounts.
Links for those will be in the description. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. From Man Card Channel, this is Nick.
This is Corey.
This is Frank, Larry's cousin.
Thanks for helping us out, Frank.
His head's missing.
It's all right.
It'll show up later.
We don't have to worry about that.
This is the Man Card Channel, signing off.